Fire, the one desire you are. Don't wanna hear you say nothing but a mistake. I never wanna hear you say, I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say, I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say, I want it that way. 'Cause I want it that way.
So if you are like my buddy Zach and you want to hear your song on the radio, there's a couple ways to let me know. You can call the actual studio, and the number for that is 320-589-6355. That number again is 320-589-6355. Or you can send me a text if you have my phone number, or Facebook message me. If we're not friends on Facebook, Ty Benner, I'm the one that's in a relationship with myself. Had to make a fake profile to do that, and then all my friends started adding the fake profile, which got really annoying. So not recommended. But this next song is called Always Coming Back Home by Atmosphere.
To all my killers and my $100 billers. To emo kids that got too many feelings. He held the register open while he counted her change. I was next in line, which meant I was invisible. From where I stood, I could see that the till was full. He didn't look the type to play superhero, so I stepped forth and paid for my cigarettes. Crept out the store's front door to chase a little breath. Bangles in my head, shake the song off. Another manic Monday night, it's gonna be a long walk. A car pulled up, a fixed up cutlass. A woman and a child climbed out and left it running. They went inside of the deli, placed an order with the extra $1.50 bottled water, cause the daughter's picky. When they came out, mommy gave me a glance that said, man can love an angel, but he's gotta take the chance. Already knew the deal, I lit one up and walked. So they got back in their Oldsmobile, belted up and took off. Thug love on the corner by the Walgreens, looking at me like I'm just another square saltine. As I get closer, I notice they showing each other sketches out of their notebooks, reminding me of my old roots. I walked past with a nod and a reminisce. Swear to God, hip-hop and comic books was my genesis. Respect the life and the fashions of the children. It's the only culture I've got, exactly what we've been building. All of a sudden, I'm in front of some man. No, he's a youngin', but he's got a gun in his hand. He looks 15, he looks frantic. No, he looks afraid. Immediately apprehensive till I heard him say, do you want this? It's not mine, I promise. I found it on my block in between a couple garages. Didn't want to leave it for a child to stumble over. I don't even know how to hold it. It was a 38, the poor man's machete. Held it in my hand, thinking, damn man, it's heavier than expected. Wedged it behind my belt buckle, knowing that it's evil. Even thought that I could smell trouble. The extra strength felt weak, but over there on the corner saw what I needed and proceeded to cross the street. Put the heat in a mailbox. To lose it, figured that the post office knows what's best to do with it. Mosey down the road, thinking about the old. I used to roam this zone through 2 feet of snow. Right here, this used to be a record shop. I've gotten love, I've gotten drunk, I've gotten beat up in that parking lot. I've had my Lake Street pride for 3 decades. These alleyways and these street lights have seen my best days. Before I was a germ, learning how to misbehave all the way to the grave. Southside is my resting place. Took a ride on Lindale, I'm getting near, but then the road became empty and the people disappeared. The clouds ran away, opened up the sky, and one by one I watched every constellation die. And there I was frozen, standing in my backyard, face to face, eye to eye, staring at the last star. I should have known, walked all the way home to find that you wasn't here. I was still all alone. No matter where I am, no matter what I do, I'm always coming back home to you. They can leave me for dead, they can take away my truth. I'm always coming back home to you. Through the lies the garden that you grew. I'm always coming back home to you. No matter where I am, no matter what I do, I'm always coming back home to you. If only I had known what you already knew. I'm always coming back home to you. From the heaven I've had to the hell I've been through, I'm always coming back home to you. I'm always coming back home to you.
My people in place, let's shout it off. That's on stage. It's been long years gone since we rocked the linoleum, blasting the broken boombox open, posing in the most awkward b-boy stance you can imagine. Grab the mic, traded my backspin for rapping. Back when listeners dance, dancers were listeners, answers to call a response, chants ridiculous. Pants demanded sagging, never bigger than our britches, but the bridges burned, ditches were scratched, our sins were repented for. Much later, ayo, DJ blessed the crowd with the sign of the crossfader. In time we'd find ways to refine the mind at the same time, the heart articulating mind. I think it's amazing, kids are waiting outside habitually to sip the solidarity of this ritual. See each individual reach out, speak to teach the invisible how to be invincible with motion, movement, architects, blueprint, showing, proving, teachers, students, reaching for truth in a self-revolution. The roof is on fire, what's your solution? Motion, movement, architects, blueprint, showing, proving, teachers, students, reaching for truth in a self-revolution. The roof is on fire, what's your solution? The sum of love plus one, mold breaking, soul searching. My carriage is my feet on point and hella deep like sea urchins. Indeed, be certain. Proceed to test the reflex, knee jerking. Hid it behind the curtain on the stage, burning inside with rage. Rewrote the script with my voice inside of the page. I've decided the ways previously paid for me to walk will never see me. Know my footprints I stalk in the nighttime of I and I. Hands to the sky like the clock at midnight. Convinced of my demise. Concluded that the crowd throws their hands in the air because the sky is falling. No one else seems to care. I want a piece of the pie, not a generous share. Can I possibly prove my intentions are bare? I'm just a word and a rhyme, and a kick and a snare, swimming in ink wells to find if my spirit is there. But you can find me inside of a pen, waiting to burst, drowning in a reservoir, quenching my thirst. My first love, second home was my headphones. First time I wrote what I felt because I said so. So unless there's any protest, allow me to begin. The well is never deep enough to wash away the sin, so I drop it on the one. My tongue be the drum, beating meaning to the beat, to the beat. What we become with motion, movement, architect, blueprint, showing, proving, teachers, students, reaching for truth in a self-revolution. The roof is on fire, what's your solution? Motion, movement, architects, blueprint, showing, proving, teachers, students, reaching for truth in a self-revolution. The roof is on fire, what's your solution?
So that was Motion and Movement by Blue Scholars, and this next song is going to be Burn It Down by Sims. And if you haven't, check out Doomtree. It's a collection of Minneapolis artists, and it's absolutely amazing. Sims, Dessa, POS, Mike McLawn. Oh, I need to know more of these. I don't know. I'll look it up, and then I'll get back to you right after the song, Burn It Down by Sims.
Yeah, okay. All the heat pipes cross beach freeze like water. Sheep led right to the bleach white slaughter. Even the dark green seed in the blotter. 4 walls starved, each eat like Donner. Feed on each other, speed through the red lights. Sleep in the gutter, cameras on the great heights. A sea of brake lights, every door locked tight. Keep them locked down tight. Now, what will you call your home? What will you call your own? Where will you lay them bones? Slate them greedy bones, huh? Which one will save your soul? The sight on solid gold? No, hell no. Can't feel that hallowed ghost with his hands wrapped round your throat. This wind window seat is loud in the city where the weather's howling. Outside there's wolves on prowl, in the belly growling. Me, I'm just over the line, under the gun, out of my mind. Everything in its right place. Watch me slice through the night, race time and space. I like it's mine to shape it, right? Everyone stepping sideways to the cheapest sleight of hand. Play to your weakness, see the darkest side of man, and it's up to you. Supply those hollow dreams, or make your own Halloween. So how about that? Off with the head, make your own mask. Let's howl on back, come on. Howl on back, running. Let's get it going, less emotion, more emotion, burn it down. Let's get it going, less emotion, more emotion, burn it down. Let's get it going, less emotion, more emotion, burn it black. Down to the ash, start from the scratch, build it on back. Let's get down, 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 down to biz, down to work, come back down to earth. It's down to this, but down to arms, hands down in the dirt. Let me get you up to speed, it's up to us to up the need. Upheaval tucked up the sleeve now. It's a sudden thrill that the hunter feels when they're on the heels and the hunted yields. You run on fumes, you grind the wheels, the tunnel's sealed, but you'll never kneel. No making deals, but the wolves have eyes and they smell the veal. And what's revealed is each one out for meals and don't care which one's skin they peel back. So I keep the blade sharp for real. You never know when it comes on back. All the swine turn a blind eye, sign of the time. Sold to the highest bidder who command the supply. Step it up fine with the Hollywood state of mind. We bought wings out of claim, wonder why that wouldn't fly. Let's get it going, less emotion, more emotion, burn it down. Let's get it going, less emotion, more emotion, burn it down. Let's get it going, less emotion, more emotion, burn it black. Down to the ash, start from the scratch, build it on back. What will you call your home? What will you call your own? Where will you lay them bones? The bell just told, this is heaven, this is home. This is heaven, this is hell. This is home, this is hell. This is heaven, this is home. Welcome to the Veld.
So that was Sims. Everyone should check him out. I'm going to play a song by Dessa in a little bit. Just got to get that loaded on my phone and we'll be good to go. But for now, we're going to play the song Homeless by Essay.
Spent all the change, ain't nothing changed. Everyone's gonna get free, get free.
Yes, I am home. Alright, let's do this. Yo, so the home is where the heart is. I can assure you that I'm heartless. At the very least, I'm homeless. Cause I promise I'm alone. Broken, battered, piece of barely beaten flesh. I only wrote this piece of broken, battered, made up as a practice for the test. I'm trying to pick up pieces of my life, but picked up facts has got me lost. And now I'm on the borderline of beautiful and battle. Lost to try to pick up puzzle pieces, but they fall into a loss. And now the only thing I'm picking up is that I swear I've gotta move along before the movement takes a turn for final cadence. Tries to build a rocket ship of fashion, stone and justice, escape, do or die. Now my life's a hero, try to build a life with substance, something simple. I must be waiting in the light. I gotta feed the neurotoxic sockets to my Robocop and top and up and let you finish. But I gotta clear the spots and maybe find a slate of blanks, preferably a paper number. Cause I'm in a state of pain and still the pain is getting number. But hold up, wait a minute, put a little love in that trash. Trim my brain to smile, it's got to say I'm loving it. But you know they say I'm about a young gun and new tricks. One goes wrong while the other shares a secret. It's a bad case of living in the false past, but I got a plan to get her on and start and ball past. If I can see the finish line, then I can see the horizon. I got my eyes on the blue skies and now I'm bracing for the time. With narrow miscommunication, can't explain the way the nation crumbles under pressure from a single station, making statements based on blatant bias. But I guess we gotta fight the patient if we want to survive in that and re-emerge in line of this. The point remains we're all survivors in our pains, and hey, we all gotta find a place that we can call complacent, the way we wanna be, and hopefully a single piece. And hey, I really hope we make it, cause I got a lot of faith in home. Yes, I am home. Fuck it, let's do this. Yo. Said the phone was where the heart is. I can promise that I'm heartless. Used to wear it on my sleeve, but soon I lost the shirt and on it. In a million tattered shreds and teeth that tore apart the threads. And now I don't know where it is, but I can say that in instead I'm left for dead without a home steady only in my head. I guess I never should have let the leopards at my only dress. But there's a major edge of danger that evokes the kind of yearning that can overshadow often all the different ways of burning up and burning up. Imperfect faiths, giving up and giving out and feeling like alone is being left out in the cold. And if I could have traced it all again and reconnect the dots to when I felt a different sort of desolation in a different setting, I'm grounded, groveling in a constant sort of longing rather than this current state of facing life without a plan. And in the face of faceless anger, I'm a stoic could fall. Don't leave me now, I've almost found the answer to the question how we need to eat and breathe, but all we care about is alcohol. And in the liquid love I lost, the only lust I had it all. Now I'm trying to find a way to find a better place to call home.
Let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you.
Oh, home. Yes, I am home. Home is when I'm alone with you.
This next song is Jake plus Olive by Mac Lethal from his new album Irish Goodbye.
Songs about my grandparents.
I know in life I won't be satisfied unless I live my life with you. Don't wanna live one single day apart. I hope I die before you do. I know in life I won't be satisfied unless I live my life with you. Don't wanna live one single day apart. I hope I die before you do.
His name was Jake O'Brien. He was 17. Her name was Olive Finn. She was everything to him. She never even knew him till he walked up to her with a bouquet of petunias and a heart so pure. And she was so pretty. He thought she was the prettiest girl in Kilkenny. He saved every penny that he had working on the train track so he could buy a ring for her when he came back. And he dropped to his knee, said, "You could marry any man in Ireland, madam, but it's got to be me." But when she said no, he felt he had to go, so he traveled to America on a ferry boat. But then there was the void, cause she just couldn't live without him. She was sick without him, so she filled out immigration papers and showed up on his doorstep 30 days later and said
I know
yes.
in life I won't be satisfied unless I live my life with you. Don't wanna live one single day apart. I hope I die before you do. I know in life I won't be satisfied unless I live my life with you. Don't wanna live one single day apart. I hope I die before you do.
Yeah, they had 4 kids over 14 years and protected each one from the poor thing's fears and protected each other from the city. It was so cruel. In the backyard, watch the summer weather grow cool. And it was so pretty when fall came and transformed the whole entire city. And there was so much love within them that Olive said to Jake, "I'ma stay with you forever on one condition. We're passionate lovers. Every night we sleep with our backs to each other. We're half of each other. And I don't wanna sleep one night of my life knowing you aren't next to me hogging half of the covers. Promise me you'll let me die first, cause I just couldn't live without you. I'd be sick without you. I'd be a devastated lunatic without you. You wanna make my life perfect, this is how to.
I know in life I won't be satisfied unless I live my life with you. Don't wanna live one single day apart. I hope I die before you do. I know in life I won't be satisfied unless I live my life with you. Don't wanna live one single day apart. I hope I die before you do.
They got old, 80 plus years, and this was true love, not a day was unclear, cause this was true friendship. So even when the kids went to college, they kept the romance polished. Jake plus Olive, knifed in the backyard oak tree, lemonade, salad, butterscotch, roast beef. You know that old saying, pick your poison? Well, Olive was a smoker, and Jake, he was smoke free. So when it came down to it, lung cancer, chest tube, draining all the fluid, Olive on her deathbed, look him in the eyes, but she didn't even say a thing cause he already knew it. She closed her eyes and then she went through it. Her last few breaths were like Irish folk music. He told the people at the funeral that they were happy that you knew us, and covered Olive's casket in petunias. And then he went home. He didn't feel quite right sleeping there alone. He was half of a whole, cracked in the soul. He sat there alive but his passion was dull. He missed Olive, and he was so sick without her, couldn't live without her. So he gave his final will to his neighbors, fell ill and died exactly 30 days later. The immigrants.
You are listening to the U90 Alternative KUMM Morris, on the air at 89.7 FM and streaming audio online at kumm.org. KUMM supporters include Ampers, a network of 14 independent public radio stations throughout the state of Minnesota. Ampers, diverse radio for Minnesota's communities, online at ampers.org. Direct from weatherunderground.com, this is the U90 weather for Morris and the surrounding area. It is 33 right now with some overcast. Tomorrow we're going to have a high of 43, a low of 19, partly cloudy. Going into the weekend, we have a high of 39, a low of 16. Partly cloudy Saturday, we have a high of 41 and a low of 9. Once again, partly cloudy. And then Sunday, it's going to be clear skies with a high of 46 and a low of 21. We're going to play a sponsorship for you.
The Pomme de Terre Food Co-op is proud to sponsor student-run radio. Located at 613 Atlantic Avenue behind Hoffman Realty, Pomme de Terre Foods carries a wide selection of organic, fair trade, and local goods. The Food Co-op also carries bulk foods, local free-range meats and cheeses, as well as vegetarian and vegan foods. The Pomme de Terre also carries a variety of earth-friendly and fair trade non-food products.
There you go. If you're hungry, go check that out. Some concerts coming up. I've just been informed that Atmosphere will be playing on February 26th at St. Cloud State. Tickets are $21. March 3rd, we have Doomtree, which I'm very excited for, at the Verizon Wireless Center in Mankato, Minnesota. That's going to be a fun show. I can't wait. But speaking of Doomtree, here's Dessa with, I don't know what song I picked. I'll tell you later.
Well, I'm sure it's complicated, and I'm sure your story goes way back, but you're looking desperate lately, and now is not the time to look like that. I don't know if he did it, and I won't ask. There's a lot of good women with a lot of bad backs. Your man's in something heavy, it already looks bad. Careful what you carry on his behalf, and I'm sure he's thinking of you too. Not the type to snitch and run, but sometimes they say it's the plain truth. 99 problems. Well, I don't need to know, but there's a set of my keys left under your door, and if you need a place to sleep tonight, well, that's what family's for. I don't need to know, but I put on my best fresh little black dress and go get seen tonight. Work on that alibi of yours. I don't mean to be your mother, got my own kids to raise, and I don't aim to blow your cover. It's your own hell to pay. But the word on the street is a page out of blank. Your man made money, but he made mistakes, and now the revelation's coming. Looks to you for a break. You've always been cunning with those brave escapes, but take a minute now, think this through. Give it a second and a bird's eye view. Think of the moments you got left to lose. Like how much time are you really down to do? Well, I don't need to know, but there's a set of my keys left under your door, and if you need a place to sleep tonight, well, that's what family's for. I don't need to know, but I put on my best fresh little black dress and go get seen tonight. Work on that alibi. Now I've seen the way that you count your blessings with hatch marks on the wall, and I've seen you coming out of Sunday confession with the number list and all. Now I don't bow my head for supper, I never do kneel beside my bed, but it looks like your afterlife is covered. I hope on earth you're careful, kid. Well, I don't need well, I don't well, I don't need to know, but there's a set of my keys left under your door, and if you need a place to sleep tonight, well, that's what family's for. I don't need to know, but I put on my best fresh little black dress and go get seen tonight. Work on that alibi of yours.
Past the last exit, pedal to the floor, no radio. Thoughts in surround sound stereo, blasting with 2 bars in his head ain't right. So revise, rewrites, and remember her reaction to the first song written where she was the subject, and how her face turned red like the sunset in his rear view as he hits the interstate. Listening to art that is life imitates, art imitates, life imitates art. Sometimes it's hard to tell where one ends and the other starts, especially when you're an artist and you know words fall short, but you're still using them regardless. He writes the verses in his head and spits them to the wind over and over again with no beat, half a hook written to it. Now he only hopes that she'll listen to it, even though
halfway is as far as he can get. Deep down he knows, but he's still got his hands on the wheel, foot on the accelerator, eyes on the road.
He keeps moving,
halfway is as far as he can get. Deep down he knows, but he's still got his hands on the wheel, foot on the accelerator, eyes on the road.
He was an amateur philosopher and part-time MC. She liked to do like the dew on the leaves and shimmer in the sunrise every Saturday. Should have come as no surprise that she'd eventually evaporate, and he didn't know what to make of her at first, and bit by accident he started painting her in verse, and she'd appear in the margins of notebooks in between lines of poetry and logic formulas. And when they started to get close enough, see them sparks flew, and for the first time they both opened up. Philosophy and poetry and music spilling out onto the grass at the park where they laugh after dark just to soak in the moonlight and bask in the stars. He shakes his head, then he's back in his car, freestyling out loud to keep from crying, doing 95 halfway to the horizon, even though
halfway is as far as he can get. Deep down he knows, but he's still got his hands on the wheel, foot on the accelerator, eyes on the road.
He keeps moving,
halfway
keeps
as far
moving,
as he can get.
keeps moving,
Deep down he
keeps
knows,
moving, he
but he's
keeps
still got his
moving,
hands on the
keeps
wheel,
moving,
foot on the
keeps
accelerator, eyes on the road.
she couldn't understand the paradox when he attempted to explain it that day, that between every point A and every point B is an infinite series of halfways, and mathematically all movement is just an illusion. She knew it wasn't true though, when she said that she could prove it. She moved in, closed her eyes and they kissed. The uniformity of nature crumbled in between their lips, and he knew it was impossible, it couldn't exist, but he preferred reality like this. And when she left, he didn't know what was real or true. All he knew is what he had to do. So he'll pretend that the smile on her lips exists and seem to make some sense from this darkness, and imagine seeing her from across infinity and dream of moving toward her regardless, even though
halfway is as far as he can get. Deep down he knows, but he's still got his hands on the wheel, foot on the accelerator, eyes on the road. And halfway is as far as he can get. Deep down he knows, but he's still got his hands on the wheel, foot on the accelerator, eyes on the road.
If there's anything you want to hear played over the radio, call in at 320-589-6355.
I pick a lot of locks, rock a lot of shows, build with the moms, hang with the broken crow. Been hurting the same heart since I was like 2. I use sarcasm freely, bark at the greedy, bite what feeds, shy from the seedy. I'm bold in approach, so rely on the hope that the average MCs came with a sound like me. I never been down with the king, it's never something I wanted to be. Never better than the work, than the toil and the reap, but the work for the wants, not the suffer for the needs. Nothing's tougher than the dreams and good sleep, trying to teach my son how to reach. Damn right, cause it gets a little darker every night, and the rent goes up, they gon' cut out the dead ends to chase, feelings to fake, new hearts to break, amends to make. They also afraid and safe, we need the space, but hugging that crowd only shake with the quake. And times like this are up, we break their stride, cause we break our mirrors. They hugging that pride like it's all there is. We make our own, and if they don't feel it, it's cool, cause we are not for them, and that's cool. Yo, I made this beat for Allegra Oxborough. She showed me how to do the thing with the cups. I wrote the verse on a triple-double Tuesday, riding in the van in the back lot. I never made it in, never really can tell the friends these days. Telephone don't sleep some days. Someday I'ma be peaceful again. Till then, keep the speech to a min. Shed a little skin, I'ma bet it all and win. I'ma set it off and run, I'ma kill it till it's dead. I'ma do it till it ain't fun and the words don't come. Then I'm gonna find another hobby, probably find love, probably find trust. 81 young with a little bit of rust. Clean interior, Minnesota plates. Money in the bank with a lot of you to thank. Relate to the dead ends to chase, feelings to fake, new hearts to break, amends to make. They also afraid and safe and need a space, but hugging that crowd only shake with the quake. And times like this are up. Up for whatever. How are you?
We break their stride, cause we break our myths. They organize pride like it's all theirs. We make them run, and if they don't feel it, then we are not for them. We call riot.
Dead ends to chase, feelings to fake, new hearts to break, amends to make. They also afraid and safe and need the space, but hugging that crowd only shake with the quake. And dead ends to chase, feelings to fake, new hearts to break, amends to make. They also afraid and safe and need the space, but hugging that crowd only shake. That's it.